What's going on, folks? Me, Mon Cloud Fetty, back at it.
Hey guys.
Happy Memorial Weekend. Hope
Yes.
everyone's spending good time with their family, having good food. Tonight's topic is unrequited love.
Hmm. Interesting, right?
Yes, one of our subscribers suggested that we talk about this, and we're gonna do it in full detail. So, as a woman,
First of all, what's unrequited love?
I'm sorry. Unrequited love is when you're in a relationship and you're giving a great amount of love and the person isn't exactly giving that same thing back to you, where the relationship feels like it's one-sided.
Yes.
And we all experience that.
Hmm.
You know, I've seen her go through it a lot because
Are you just throwing me under the bus?
she's such a great person. Fantastic person. Me too. It happens to all of us, but with you, I've learned a lot in terms of that. So that was a lesson I needed to learn. So I'm grateful for it.
Okay.
So tell me your
Well, let's
experiences
talk
with
about
that.
it with relationships.
Yes.
You ain't seen me go through it with male female relationship, but I
Right.
think the person was writing from that perspective.
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Unrequited love. I experienced that maybe a few times in dating. I am in my late 30s, so in my dating years, my younger years, I did experience that. And there was situations where I feel maybe the other person felt unrequited love, where it was like they loved me more than I loved them,
Mm-hmm.
and then vice versa, I loved them more than they love me. It's not that the person doesn't love you back, it's that they're not reciprocating what you're giving. So there's a lack there. It's like something is there, but it's not fully there because somebody's not carrying the weight or giving their part. Even though there's love there, it's just one force is driving it more than the other. So I've definitely been in situations like that. Clearly, I had to step out of it, but the person wants to know that asks a question: how do you deal with unrequited love if you've ever experienced it, and how do you overcome it or whatever? So, I'll speak from my experience. I think everybody deserves a fair chance. You go into something, and also people don't grow in love, or they don't feel what you feel at the same times. Sometimes people don't know how to show affection or love the same way that you do. So you
Yep.
could be up to speed and they can be slower getting there. Like my husband is a very affectionate person. He's a Cancer. That's true to the sign from what I'm seeing. My dad is a Cancer too. But my dad and him are like two separate type of Cancers. But my
He's
husband,
more Gemini-ish.
no, he's not. But
He
he's
was in the June.
yeah, but that's not where I was going with it. I was going with it that they're both very loving, but in two different ways. My husband is more touchy feely and wordy, and my dad is not the type that's going to be like, I love you, I love you, I love you. But he's very supportive. He's there. He has your back. He's there every step of the way. Like, that's how he shows his love. But they're very loving people. And I feel the love both from my father and my dad, but in two different ways. I mean, from my father and my husband, but in two different ways. But I'm not like that. I'm a Sagittarius. People want to say we
She always
cold
gotta
hearted.
show off,
We're
man.
not cold hearted, but we're very I don't know. We're very tell it like it is type of people. We like our space. We're very mood driven, but it's more so like, if we feel the vibe, we go with it. If not, then you gotta let us do us. You can't force it. So I'm the type of person that my husband is like, ooh, let's hug and kiss and hug and kiss and hug and kiss, and I love it. But it's like he can go all day like that, and I'm the type of person that sometimes I just need to, have my little space. There's nothing wrong with it, but if you want to judge it, he may feel like, damn, she don't love me like how I love her. I love him, but the way I love him is by cooking dinners and doing special things for him, being there for him, being supportive, treating him like a king. Like it's more of a thoughtful type of love than a touchy feely huggy love, right? We should talk about love languages in another video. But his love language is touch and mine is more like thoughtful stuff. So anyway, the point I'm making is that with unrequited love, you could be in a situation where the person is just not loving the way you love, and you can feel the lack of. Now, there is situations where they don't have nothing to do with that. The person is just not there, and you are. And that happens. Sometimes you're crushing on somebody, and you got these strong feelings for the person, and you wish that they could reciprocate it, and they just not coming through with it. What I suggest is that give everybody a chance. But if it's been a long time and nothing is changing, you're not seeing any progress, you're going to have to make a decision. It's not going to be an easy one because clearly love is involved. But you got to do what's best for yourself, because at the end of the day, you know, in the situation I experienced, I felt cheated out of the love. And I was just like, I deserve to feel the love that I give people. So I had to walk away from the situation. So what do you have to say?
I thought it'd be a little more interesting if I try to go back in time and describe what it's like. I think being accused of not giving that love back. It's very interesting because I was a different person back then, and I think it just depends also if the person is really for you, then in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna give that love back to the person. And I think that deals with devotion, a whole bunch of things on how you feeling.
So, do you feel you were in the unrequited love, like, or you felt like the person was the one with the unrequited love, like?
The person was the one with the unrequited love.
Okay.
I've been in situations also where I haven't gotten back to love, and I think that's because I'm so affectionate. That's my love language, and there could be a difference between the love languages where I feel like there's a disconnect. So I think that's part of it, getting to know the person. Sometimes they're just an asshole, and
sometimes just bad timing.
Yeah. And
you know,
for me too, it was bad timing, so to speak. I was transitioning careers. People in my family were sick, and I was dealing with that. So it was very tough. It's very tough to maintain a relationship
for him.
And it comes down to that. Yes, she just wasn't for me, because when I met her, I went crazy and went bankrupt. Trying to make
lies.
But it was just like, it was so much like excitement and fun, and we had a lot of disconnects as far as our love language, because you're a thoughtful person and I'm a touchy-feely person.
Yeah. So
I was giving her that, thinking that was enough, versus like, hey, why don't you do something nice for me? Like, I'm always doing something nice for you. Like,
yeah. So
come on. And it was like a disconnect. So since you mentioned that, I think that's what our problem was, because we almost didn't make it because of that. Yeah. Like, it was serious. Like,
because I'm a thoughtful person. Like we just addressed before, I pay attention to what my husband likes. He pays attention to what I like, but he just won't transfer it into the thoughtful gifts and stuff. Like, he gives me nice things, but it's like he wouldn't be like, okay, my wife likes makeup, let me get her a gift card to Sephora. Now, after 7 years, he thinks to do that. But in the beginning, I would think to do that, or like I would be like, hey, I bought you, a dozen cigars, from your brand, your favorite brand or whatever. That's my love language, thoughtfulness. And he's not like that. So we had a disconnect. Like, he just don't care. He's not paying attention. He don't care what I like. He just give me what he think he should give me.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking,
Okay, we get into another, but we're gonna do the love language video. Now we found another topic, but
look out for that. That's definitely coming.
Okay, so anyway, unrequited love. back to that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's an unfortunate situation because I definitely was not trying to give that message like I don't give a damn about you and you doing all this for me, but
Yeah.
who cares? Like
So
that's not where I was going with it.
that's
But
a
you could feel that way.
that's
You
a
feel it.
that's
Yeah.
a great point, because you're right. Maybe sometimes the unrequited love is not that the person is not loving you the same. They're loving you the way they know how, and that could be the disconnect. Now, there's clear observations if it's just something is just really lacking and it doesn't seem like it's unrequited love. Like, sometimes we want to categorize it that, or sometimes we just know something is off and we don't want to accept that. But either way, when a relationship is not fulfilling and something is missing and you're not getting what you're putting out. And that's when you just need to make decisions for yourself,
Yeah.
to be like, you know what? I really feel like I'm getting cheated here and I deserve better. I never think that just because somebody doesn't know how means they should stay the same, because that's all what relationships are about. I'm not like my husband, but I can learn to be like more like him, and he can learn to be more like me, because we have to compromise.
Amen.
So if you're in this unrequited love situation with somebody that you're just giving, and they're taking, and they're not, you're talking and they're just not listening, and they don't try to change and compromise, then you need to step out and find somebody that's gonna love you as much as you love them, and it does exist. Even if it's a different language, it still exists, where I'm loving you as much as I know how, and he's loving you as much as he knows how. You'll feel that, even though it's different. So don't feel bad about it. You do your best, give the person a chance, communicate. Communication is everything, because it could just be something that's off and you're not communicating. But if you are communicating, he's talking to you blue in the face, nothing is changing, then you just need to have peace with it. Know that you love that person, and just because you no longer can move forward on your journey with that person, just take it for what it is and move forward. Like he said, he has an ex that he was with for a long time. It didn't work out. They got peace with that. I too have peace with it now for myself, with something that it didn't work out. But you kind of just have to walk off and find what you want, and it just comes down to that.
Yeah, a lot of people, stay in a relationship. They're not getting the love that they deserve or
Mm-hmm.
should be getting, and they're looking at it the wrong way. Like they're not feeling necessarily cheated. They're thinking it's a normal feeling, like, oh, they're not giving it back, so it's all good. Maybe he's just not like that. No, if you really feeling that way, he or she could be taking you for granted. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
we know that happens a lot. So give it a reasonable amount of time. And thank you for waiting 7 years for me. She's very patient. But
No, but
it took me a very long time to be like, yo, I gotta be thoughtful.
yes.
I had to remember, like, yo, this woman has done that for you. Remember this? Put some effort into something and come with the passion in it, and that way it'll show. And I finally figured it out.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
good.
sorry.
I go on and on about it, but it's very true. It happens every day, and something to be aware of. And you gotta go by your gut feeling, your instincts. You gotta trust that.
I was just gonna say, like, for a perfect example, like for I think our first Christmas or something, birthday or something, he bought me like two expensive watches. Now they were beautiful watches, but then he gets upset that I don't wear it, and I'm like, well, you're the person that collects watches, so that's special to you. It's not special to me. So why wouldn't you get me something that I would appreciate? And that's what I do for him. So when he gets his gifts, it's like, damn, man, you read my mind, or I love this because I'm getting him something he really wanted. But that was the disconnect with us. Like, why do you buy me things that you like? That's my birthday.
Because saying it doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know why.
It's because, I mean, you're just thinking, like, I like this for her, it would look nice on her. You're trying to get me to like the things you like. That's how you're trying to do it. But I feel like when it comes to a birthday, Christmas, get the person something that they would value, And I'm not going to value a watch like you would value it, because that's what you're into. Just like if you buy me a cigar, it's like, I'm not going to smoke it. It's just gonna sit there, and you wasted your money. So, but anyway, we're gonna get into that in another video. But unrequited love, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't feel bad about it. We all experience it. We both have, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. Just assess your feelings and move forward.
Absolutely. You gotta love yourself. You gotta respect yourself.
Yes.
And that's gonna make the other person love and respect you. So, it starts there. And again, you should know how it feels if something don't feel right.
Exactly.
Move on, because definitely you'll find somebody that's gonna give back that love.
The fact that you're asking the question means that you feel something. So that's sign number one. So we don't know your situation. You do. Take your time. Pick it apart. You still feel the same. Move forward. Somebody's gonna love you. Real love, no unrequited, just real love. Okay. So signing out. Like, subscribe, comment, and
Share.
we're gonna keep it coming.
That's right. Y'all enjoy y'all quarantine time.
Stay safe, guys.